Right, cool. So let me start with my points first and my agenda first, and then we'll take your questions. So first of all, let me tell you that I have total 13 years of experience in the operations, and I worked with multiple companies like eClerk Services. Then I joined Namura. Then I joined BNY and then Northern Trust, and now I'm working with Apex Group. So completely, I was in operations and supporting operations, and from last 7 years, I'm in people management. So that's all my experiences, and I've been into multiple projects as well. So I can guide you how to be in projects and what all skills you should gain to get into the projects and learn uh, from it. Mm, about the agenda, so I would I would like to start. Sorry, I would like to start with the most important point which I followed, which I made sure that I am following. That is the taking the initiative. I know that um, we all are working. We all are studying and doing our best in our education, but I feel that it's somewhere we are lacking with the initiative thing. What exactly initiative is that taking an additional step to learn something new, which is not common in general in between other students, to make yourself different from others. So the overall thing is that I'll give you an example. So assume that you are pursuing BCom or BB or MBA, and there are 50 colleges there in Pune or Maharashtra, and then from those 50 colleges, almost 300, 400 students are getting the degree. So what is extra or different that you have done from those 300 students will make you different? Because when you will be going into an interview, they will be seeking an additional and extra edge from your side. So what is that extra edge that you should be gaining, right? That we'll talk about. I'll tell you what all additional certifications that you can gain, what all additional skills that you can learn, on what extra can be done, right? So to tell you about the financial industry and what is the expectation right now, let me tell you that market is changing rapidly, and it's completely data driven. Whatever we do is based on data, and data is important because on the basis of data decisions are taken, and it goes to the senior, the CEOs and CEOs of the companies are taking their decision on the basis of the data. So that data analysis is the most important thing I feel in this whole data science you might have heard about. So getting additional skills related to data can help you all, because you have to analyze data all the time. Every company can't hire a data scientist to analyze the data. That's why we expect people to understand Python, SQL, Tableau, and the other data analysis skill. Like earlier, we had R application, if you might have heard about. So such applications can help you to analyze the data faster and with more efficiency and effectively, because if you have data in lakhs, you won't be able to do it using Pivot and using the Excel itself. You need an additional application to do so. So that's what I feel that these are the most important uh, additional application skills you should be having. And apart from that, what additional skill you should be having is the AI knowledge and the applications used in automation. So AI and automation goes side by side, because AI is not just Chat GPT, I would say. There are so many other platforms are there, around 300 plus platforms are there, which you can learn and you can utilize even. AI can create the PPTs. AI can help you to prepare for an interview. AI can help you to read a book. AI can help you to analyze something. Even you won't believe that Python has introduced AI now. You don't need to write the codes. You can use AI to write the codes. You can give the command, and AI can help you to write the codes. The most surprising thing is that there is new term has introduced now, which is command prompting. What is command prompting is to learn how to command the AI, right? That's again an additional skill. So command prompting is a skill which you should get certified in. Python, R, Tableau, Power BI. So there are around 5, 6 applications which you can start getting trained in. Okay, so these are the skills which are demanded in the market as of now, what I see majorly. But there's one more point about the automation thing. So automation, there are thousands of applications which you can use to automate the processes, because I'm in operations. So what is operations? First of all, operations is that I have a task and I have to complete it within a time frame to provide that result to my client. So what exactly we do? Just assume that you have placed a trade into the system. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not telling you the exact what we do, but I'm just giving an example. So, for example, you have bought a mutual fund from the app, like any app. There are thousands of apps, and you got the delivery of that stock position in next 2, 3 days, right? Generally, you get in 2 days. So the process behind that is taken care by some application or by an individual. So that process of getting the trade delivered and processing from the back end and giving you the positions into your app after 2, 3 days is a process which is an operational process, because we perform a step-by-step process to complete that thing to give you the delivery of that shares, so that you can so that those shares can work into the market and give you the profits. So that is what operations is. Now what? Now if you have an experience in automation and AI, you can implement the AI and you can make that manual step. If there is any manual step in it, you can automate it using those skills. So for the automation, you might not get multiple applications outside in the market, because sometimes those are not available openly, because those are very costly. But if you have good knowledge of other applications, which I just spoke about, you can learn the automations application as well, because when you will be joining an organization, they might give you a project where you have to work on those automation things. So it's good to be ready with these applications which I just spoke about, and so that you can get into the company easily. They will give you an extra. This will give you an extra edge, and sorry, this will give you an extra edge, and you will get an opportunity to get the extra benefit in the interview as well. So that's all about the financial market and the demand in the market. If you guys have any questions right now, just let me know, then I'll move to the next topic. I'll give you 2 minutes, not a problem. Take your time, think about it. If you have any question, any doubt in this, just let me know. We'll discuss and move ahead.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes.
Sir, if as a fresher in investment banking, if I
Mhm.
have to do a preparation for for the interview,
Hmm.
so on what things I should work to get that interview cracked, and also on theory basis, on aptitude basis, what exactly tips I can receive from your end to for the preparation?
Yeah, that's my next point. I'll take good 10 minutes to talk about it because the most important thing, and thank you for that question, Arjun. Are you okay coming on video, Arjun?
Yeah, sure. I'm wait a minute.
I
Yeah,
prefer to
sir.
talk looking into the people. Otherwise, it seems like that I'm just talking, and I'm not sure if you guys are getting my point or not. Uh,
You're talking to me. It's not the video.
so your voice is breaking. I'm not able to hear you. But I got your point. I got your question.
Yeah, so now it's
Let
clear.
me. Yeah, yeah, it's better now.
Just a minute, sir. Guys, can we just on our camera so it will be better for communication, you know? If you guys have any questions, you can ask in between. So just on your cameras.
Yeah, if you like to, because it's Sunday, I can understand that we all are on hibernation mode, getting ready for the Monday. Okay, let me start with my next point. Good, Arjun, that you raised this point, and that's okay. Let me tell you before I go to the next point, Arjun. Let me tell you that this is an initiative that you took. You remember that I talked about the first point I discussed about the initiative things. What makes you different? Asking question in between hundreds of people or between within class or within a group where you feel that people might judge you will means even after thinking about all these things and still you're asking the question makes you different. Now I remember there was one guy Arjun Narang who asked me a question, right? That is an initiative. That's how people remember you. That's how people recognize you. So that's what I did from my schooling every time. Since I was in 10th class, I was in 12th class, I was in college. I used to take initiative. I used to talk. I used to get into the stage. I was not confident at all. I was shivering when I was getting into the stage. But I was taking the initiative and talking to the people. And I was, I've been part into multiple what do you call in the college that committee that you make, placement committee,
Committee,
and
right?
you
Yeah.
just name it. You just name the committee. I was part of that. Every committee doesn't matter if I was leading or I was just part or I was just member of it. But I used to make sure I was making sure that I'm part of something that made me different from the education. That's how my teachers remembered me. That's how my colleagues remembered me, right? So that is very important. Thank you for that. Um, okay, coming back to the point, interview, most important point. And let me tell you that I've taken almost hundreds of interview so far, and I can tell you a common mistake which we make while giving an interview. First of all, the most important thing, we don't prepare our introduction at all. If I ask any one of you to give an introduction, you are not ready.
Hmm.
But you have joined a Mentor Me career. Wait a second, I'm getting a call. But you have joined a career, Mentor Me career, right? And if you have not prepared your basic interview, your presentation, then that's a problem. Even you won't believe I prepared
Hmm.
myself for this call. Even I've spent 13 years in this industry. I speak to many people every day. I have 50 people in 50, assume I have 50 people in my team. Still, I'm getting, I'm preparing for a call. So it's important to be prepared. The preparedness is missing. Um, Introduction is missing. Initiative is missing. So how to introduce yourself means you can find that answer anywhere in YouTube or you can ask ChatGPT. This is my details. Just give me a write up of these many words and I'll be ready for the introduction. Then prepare. Just keep on preparing that introduction in front of mirror or just give your introduction to someone at home and then you will be more confident. But let me tell you, when you will be facing the senior most member of the process of the corporation or organization, you will get nervous. That's absolutely fine. And we understand whenever a new joiner is coming or fresher is coming, they get nervous. So that's fine. There's nothing wrong in that. But if you are not prepared, then you won't be able to deliver it properly. So if you have prepared your introduction, just assume for of 500 words, you can hardly speak 200 words over there. Did you ever felt that you prepared 500 words, अभी तुम 200 ही बोल पा रहे हो? Did you ever felt that?
Yeah, while cracking interview, I usually go for a lot of things to say, but generally when I faces someone senior over there, I tend to get down to 200 to 50 words. I mean, I think that 2.5 minutes of introduction would be enough because it gives crisp also,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what exactly to say to the opposite person rather than having a 5 minutes introduction on yourself.
Absolutely. That's fine. That you can decide on the basis of situation. If I'm asking you a question, if I'm nodding and giving you and listening you properly, you can take your time. And if you feel that I'm not interested going beyond, just read the person. If that person is not giving you that much of attention, then you can hold for something, or you can stop it, or you can finish it off early. Just but prepare for two
Okay.
minutes only. Don't go
Okay.
beyond that. But read the person. What if I want to listen you for 5 minutes? Will you stop for 2 minutes? Then it will again. I'll start thinking, Arey, he's not prepared.
Hmm.
So think. So prepare yourself for 5 minutes and give 2-3 minutes of introduction. That is fine.
Yeah,
But
this
mention
kind
each
of
and everything.
situation.
Talk about your projects also. Talk about your initiatives also. What all extra you things have done in your education uh, life. What all things additional, like I just spoke about. I was part of multiple projects and I was part of multiple committees. Yes, Amit, I think you have some question. Go ahead.
So right now, as you said, that we need to in the introduction part, we need to take prepare for minimum 500 words, and in some situation we deliver 200 words. Okay. But I have
Mm-hmm.
noticed about myself as I have given so many interviews previously that I like to be straight to the point. For example, right last time I have given an interview of a regular company. They have asked me about the basic of AML. What is the basic three parts of AML? I mean that integration, layering, and sorry, introduction, layering, and integration. Okay. I just made it in simple 3 lines of all.
Yeah.
That's all. But
Mm-hmm.
still, the marking was less. Is it
Mm-hmm.
because I have not elaborated it? Even in the, not only for that. Before that, I have given interview of NDA. Okay, and the third day they have taken the final interview, and they have asked me why you want to join NDA. I said straightforwardly that many people like to serve their country. I mean, like to die for their country. But I want to live for my country. But still, I got rejected. I don't understand whether it is wrong. Still, I'm unable to understand whether it is wrong to go it straight to the point or to go round and
Mm-hmm.
round and round.
No, it's not about that. It's not about nothing wrong in saying straight about the points. I love to talk straightforward. I love to talk. I like people who talk straightforward. But it's not like you can just say just one line and complete your introduction or complete your answer. Take your time. Go easy and explain your point um, from start to end, slowly, steadily. Don't go fast. Don't rush. Explain until they don't ask you to stop, or if you until you don't feel that I think he's done listening to me about this question. So you have to take a decision at that time. Do you really have to speak further, or it's done? But giving answer straightforward is not wrong. I don't think that is wrong. Yeah, but how to prepare your introduction or your interview, Sambhavi? Sorry, Sambat Kumar? Yes.
Sir, actually, I have worked in BPO sector, sir. So also, I'm currently working in BPO sector. So, how
Mhm.
could I encourage the interview? Like, what kind of questions I can expect? And
Yes.
so, let
Yeah.
me explain the experience while in interview. So, like, I
Mhm.
have this much of experience in BPO sector. So, will they accept like this kind of experience? And they will proceed for a package like an experience package or a freshers package.
Yeah. I'll come to that point. Okay. So Let me tell you how to prepare for an interview first, and then I'll cover your point as well, Sambat. Um, so how to prepare for an interview first of all. So I already told you, right? Prepare the self introduction first and
Hmm.
be clear with it. Take your time, take 2 to 3 minutes
Hmm.
and explain each and everything in detail and go slow. Don't rush. Because if you're nervous, then you start talking fast. Did you realize
Yeah,
that? Suddenly
yeah,
you
yeah,
start, you try to finish it off,
yeah.
right? Don't do that. Take your time, go slow, take a sip of water, and then talk. Because whenever you go to a professional, they knows that you are nervous because of interview. We understand that. Okay, so don't worry about it. Second point, read the job description properly. Whenever you get an invite from the HR, they will be giving
Hmm.
a PDF attachment of the job introduction. And I am assuming, as an interviewer, I am assuming that you read that job description and you prepared yourself accordingly. But what I see generally is you people generally say, "Oh no, I don't know about job description. I never heard about it. I never read that." So that's not possible because if you are going for an interview and you are serious enough to crack that interview, you should be ready with the job description. You should understand and prepare accordingly. So here is the answer, Sambat. If you are going for a company for an interview and you read the job description, prepare accordingly. Then only you can crack. This is the first step to crack the interview because I'll be asking questions accordingly and something close to that job description. Let me give you a simple example. Assume that I'm proprietor of kirana store. Simple. Okay. And I need 5 people there. What would I do? When I'll be asking questions to that guy, to the person who came for an interview, will I ask questions about motorcycle? I'll be asking about the things which I'll be offering to my customer. Do you know about all those things? If you don't know the name of all the dals, how will you give them the reher ka dal or chana ka dal or rajma? Won't you mix up or mess up?
Sir.
Right. So
Hmm.
it's important what I am
Hmm.
looking for. You should be prepared for that and you should be ready for that. So that's what we expect when we take an interview. Second and the third most important point is the in your in your case, Sabbar, you should be ready with your existing process, what you have done. So I'll be asking what you have done in your existing process, what all things you do in your day-to-day process first, what additional you do to make it better, what extra you have done in your existing process, right? And to the fresher, I'll ask what all subjects you had, what was your edge, what was the strongest, means where in which subject you were more confident, like economics, maths, physics, science. I'll be asking that. I'll try to understand whatever you do, either it is your job or your studies, how good are you in it? Are you prepared for that? Are you prepared with your um, subjects, with your are you good at, means do you spend time with your books, or you just came for an interview because you need a job but you don't study, you just need a degree? So I'll try to understand you studied properly or not, or you understand your subjects or not. So how it makes a difference? Just assume that I need to hire you. I'll be going to train you, and in next 2 months I'll be expecting you to go live and processing. But because you don't know your subjects, I'll assume that in last 2 years, whatever you have studied, you don't remember that. How will you remember my process? How will you understand my requirement if you don't understand your subject? Similarly, Sambad, in your case, how will I assume that you will understand my process where you don't know your process, which you are doing already? Right. So that's why it's important for me to understand what exactly you do and how good are you in it. Okay. Third point is practice all the commonly asked questions. You can. go to the Google and you will get 10, 15 questions like what are your strengths and weaknesses? Okay. Wait. Strengths, weaknesses, and what do you know about this company? Why should I hire you? If I hire you, will you stay with us for at least for 1 or 2 years? Because if I'm giving you training, so hiring process has a cost, right? Because HR is involved, they will hire you, offer you a package, then they will wait for you, and then some documentation will happen from the back end that includes a cost. So if I hire you after all this cost and getting you into the work and then I'll train you, training is also that also includes a cost. So I'm investing almost 2, 3 lakhs on you. Will I get the return? Will you stay with us for 2 years at
Hmm.
least to recover that amount? So that's
Hmm.
how people think, right? That's how even if you go to a proprietor shop, again, the same example, a परचून का shop, they will think about it. मैं तुमको hire करूंगा, will you be able to deliver? ठीक है? Next point is upskilling yourself, which I already spoke about in detail. What all subjects and project additional skills that you should be getting. You should be good with the Excel also. Trust me, there are few things which we do is very simple, means on Excel based. I don't want any major application to be implemented over there. Simple Excel ka formulas can help. Simple pivot can help. A simple trick can help from the Excel itself. Excel also has a macro where you can record and you can process. You know all that, right? You should be prepared for
Hmm.
all these things. These are simple skills. And the last point, once you're done with the interview, ask a question because you might have
Yeah.
seen they will be saying, right? Do you have any question? We
Yeah.
say we don't have. Ask a question. If you have anything, ask it. Or be prepared for that question that I'll be asking about this particular thing. Make sense?
Yes, sir. And as you said about the Excel,
Hmm.
shall we focus on understanding the concept rather than going for the formula?
Until you don't understand the concept, you won't be able to apply the formula. Straightforward,
Yeah.
right? Um, okay, let me tell you an example. So you've joined my company, and I asked you, Arjun, right?
Yeah.
Arjun, go and automate this process. ठीक है?
Yeah.
First day. First day I told you, Arjun, you have to automate this process. I don't want anything else to be done. Just do
Hmm.
that. Now Arjun is trying to automate it. What would be the first step, Arjun? What will be your first step?
So I look for the data that I've been provided to automate.
You just now you answered your question. Just before that, understand the concept. You won't be able to
Hmm.
automate anything until you don't understand the concept, right? If you
Yeah.
don't know the flow of the process, if you don't know the problems in the process, if you don't know the delay and issues in the process, you won't be able to automate it. So first you have to understand what exactly is lacking over there and then start working
Hmm.
on it. Then get the concept of it. What is the concept? Why is this particular step is required? Then only you can go and automate it. So first, gathering the data and information, getting the concept, then using your skills, the skills that you have learned in your education system, in your education career, like applications and all, and then implementing them to automate it. That's how the whole process and the flow will work, right?
So also one thing, as we have
Yeah.
heard about the nervousness. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
how to deal with that? I know it's depending upon the person to person. But as
Mm-hmm.
an interviewer and or as a candidate, what should we do to even if we have nervousness from inside? What we should behave from outside, like to show that we are confident for the interview.
Hmm. Good question, but one straightforward answer. Let me give you one straightforward answer. If you are prepared, You won't get nervous. Okay, let me
That
give you an
I agree.
example. You gave 10th ka exam, right? You are in college or what? What are you doing right now?
I've graduated in BPS. Yeah.
Okay, so you remember 10th exam?
Yeah, I remember about my 10th exam.
Yeah. So what was the common in between all of us? You all can agree to that. When until we get the question paper, we were nervous.
Hmm.
And when you
Yeah.
read those questions and you knew the answers,
Hmm.
your nervousness was gone. Now, after that, you have just seen your answer sheet and the pen, and you were there and you were writing non-stop for 3 hours.
Correct.
I don't remember 3 hours ka tha ki 2 hours ka tha, but non-stop you're writing. Now remember your favorite subject. My favorite
Hmm.
subject was computers. Now remember your favorite subject. So I was writing only one copy for science ka exam, but I was taking supplementaries in computer ka exam. Why? Because I was prepared well and I was confident in computer. So it's all about preparation. It's all about your interest. It's all about your liking. If you like it, if it is your favorite subject, if it is your favorite topic, nobody can beat you. Trust me. Nobody can make you what that term that you use nervous. Nobody can nervous you. So it's all about
Okay. Thank you.
preparedness, right? It's all about getting ready for that. Okay, moving to the next topic. The most important topic these days, layoffs. Okay, so layoffs, what do you understand by layoffs? Anybody can answer except Arjun. I don't want Arjun to answer. He already asked a lot. Anybody else?
So the layoff is nothing but so due to the financial situation, the company might want to reduce the working professionals. Like they don't have much revenue in their project.
Is it? Is this the only reason?
So also might be they are not upskilling themselves.
Good. That's what I wanted to highlight. What else? But there is one more thing which you can put there's one more point.
AI covering the jobs.
Sorry, come again, please.
AI covering the jobs like the basic tasks.
Yeah, yeah, good point. Okay, let me sum it up. So, TCS has laid off 12,000 people, right? I'm not sure if they've already laid off or they are still in process of doing it. But 12,000 people, 12,000? Can you believe that? Means I don't know if you understand 12,000 ka concept or not here. 12,000 is not just a number. We just spoke about 50 colleges. Per college has 60 seats. 50 into 60 is what?
3,000.
3,000. 3,000 MBAs every year from one city. If that one city has 50 colleges of MBA, 3,000 per year. And you laid off 12,000. That means you have laid off 4 or 5 years of students. Means like the people who are getting uh, MBA degree from last 5 years. Don't you feel that that's brutal? Why that
Hmm.
happened? Why that happened? Because of these three major points. First, maybe they don't have project, but projects can't lay off 12,000. That is not the only reason. Project might be going off one or two specific teams that might hardly lay off 50, 100 people. But 12,000 is because of upskilling, the major thing, major reason I feel. And second is the AI. AI is there, but what then? Okay, if AI is the reason, let me tell you what can be done to make sure that AI could is not the reason of layoff of yours? Means if you have joined and you shouldn't be in that layoff because of AI, what can be done to make sure that you are not part of it? Upskilling in the AI, right?
So
We
to
already
learn
spoke about it.
to learn the process to use a multiple forms of AI that can be good. Okay.
Yes. So AI is not a
Thank you.
problem right now. People say AI is a problem. No, AI is not a problem. AI is a solution. If you don't know how to use AI, then it's a problem. Do you really think that person who knows AI, who is expert in AI, can get laid off? No, AI is in demand, sir. AI is in
I think
demand.
some companies don't allow ChatGPT or other AI platforms to be used in office, I guess.
Yeah, that's why I said the first line. I said ChatGPT is not the only AI.
Yeah,
That
I
is
think
something for
Amazon
us
have
to
its own AI software.
absolutely. Every company is developing their own AI because they don't trust other AIs. Whatever you write on Google, whatever you search on Google goes to US. Will you give your information to them? If it is not going there, if they are saying that no, we are not using that, are you sure about it? Do we have any evidence? Do we have any confidence? No, we don't know. We don't know who is utilizing that information. That's why companies who has uh, करोड़ों का data, करोड़ों का information, they are not ready to accept the external application. They are developing internal applications. So if they are developing their internal applications, they need an expert to work on it. They need an expert who can run that, or you can use that application. It is not just about development, it is about usage also. That's why I spoke about command prompting. If you don't know how to command the AI, you won't be able to run the AI. You all use chat gpt, right? But didn't you feel that if you don't give proper command, chat gpt is not giving you proper response? You get half response,
Yeah.
half. Yeah. So that's why command prompting is important. But that is very simple command that you give. Let me give you an example. तुमने chat को बोला कि chat GPT में write a formula, give me a formula for Excel so that I can do a multiplication. Straightforward, right? You know the command prompting. That's very simple command prompting.
Hmm.
Now, if I ask you to give a command to create a website, first of all, ChatGPT can't create the website, but I'm just giving an example. Website. Will you be able to command that? To command that, you need technical skills. If I don't know Python ka coding, will I be able to give a command of coding? मुझे तो पता ही नहीं है ABCD of Python. If I don't know the Python, will I be able to command it? No. So you don't know Python, you don't know command prompting, so you are nobody. People will company might lay off because you're not in use at all. So that's why it's important to learn these things which are going around and happening near around us, and why it is important to be prepared with the why it is important. Wait, let me give you a term of that. I forgot it. Why it is important to be means to be to understand the market and be read the current market situations like TCS ka layoff and US ka tariffs. Why it is important to understand all these things? Because if you read all these news from the, you can use money control, you can use multiple applications to read all these things every day so that you can understand what is going on in the market and what is the demand. So it's important for you all to read every day about the financial market if you really want to get into a financial market. Otherwise, you won't be able to survive. You won't be able to understand what is going on in the market. Now, right now, you might not know that US. You might have heard about it. TCS cut US ने tariff लगाया India पे 50%. Now, what will happen? our goods will be costlier over there, right? Because 100 rupees ka good will be 150 rupees ka over there. Now people won't prefer that. Now you'll think कि उससे मुझे क्या फर्क पड़ने वाला है? Will I get impacted because of that? What do you think? Will you be impacted because of that? What is your understanding?
If people will stop buying Indian products there, then
Yeah.
it will be a problem for India because we would be getting lesser money. Like the money we are getting from exports, that profits will be cut down. So it
Okay.
can affect the employee force.
Yeah, absolute answer. That's what the major issue is right now. It's not just about the tariff, it's about our jobs. If they do so, it will impact the jobs. Thousands of jobs will get impacted because of that. If I don't get the demand, if I don't get the customers, I won't be able to pay a salary, right? Then it's a problem. So that's all on from my side. I wanted to cover all these points, and I have taken enough of, I think, 45 minutes.
Sir,
Um,
I had one question. At the
yes,
start, you talked about Python and SQL.
yeah.
So, are these the skills that a person who wants to go into finance, investment banking, or any other position in finance, is this the skills that are needed right now?
Not just these skills. You should get proper certification of finance and financial market. I think everybody does that, so I've not mentioned about it. But additional skills, yes, you should be having. You should get the knowledge. That's an additional knowledge, right? I'm not saying that is the only thing, but that's an additional knowledge which will give you an edge. If you know Python, if you know SQL, if you know R, you can analyze the data. If you know Tableau, if you know Power BI, you can present the data. It's important to learn the process and put it in the application to analyze it, the data analysis and presentation of the data. Then the presentation can be done using the Tableau and the Power BI.
Yes, sir.
Anything else from anyone?
Anyone have any questions?
No, sir, that's it from mine.
Cool.
Thank you for the session, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank
This
you.
session was very knowledgeable, and I
I
hope
hope.
that
Thanks.
kids will apply this.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you. Bye bye, guys. Bye.
Thank you.
Nice talking to you all.